first.
Exactly.
And the first characters are gonna be Supahsemmie's Youngling versus Space Inkling, which is interesting because I feel like I haven't seen this Inkling in a while.
Yeah, there has been a bit of a Pyra Mythra project going on in the back. There's also been a Lucina, which is still there somewhere, but against Semi, you want to bring out your best, you know, you want to bring out the absolute creme de la creme of your play, and there's one character for Space that is going to be that, and that is probably going to be Inkling, as we are starting on Hollow Bastion. First stage of necessity is a best of 5, so they have a lot of stages to pick from in the end. But Supahsemmie kind of taking the lead, and kind of taking the control of the stage so far. A bit of a rough time for Space here as he gets some hits in, but Semi controlling the neutral for the most part.
That's right, Semi has gotten a couple of confirms, a couple of good combos. He has had most of the ledge trapping situations, and all of the damage coming from the side of Space has mostly been stray hits.
Yeah.
You know, landing on the way down with an aggressive fair. It's interesting that he's starting out with those aggressive landings rather than just jumping away, which is usually regarded as the safest option, but there is no safe option for the Supahsemmie as he reversals that platform pressure by Space into a beautiful forward air confirm for the first stock.
Yeah, that boomerang forwarder stays such a classic combo, and we're already going again. A thing that Inkling really can accomplish though in these matchups is that Inkling can do a lot of damage if she gets the right circumstances, more than Youngling at least, and then suddenly a couple of stray hits can become a neutral game where both players have the same
But of course,
amount of percent.
getting that damage output is gonna be painting your enemy in bright purple, usually with a jab, but Space, who loves his jab, hasn't really landed a single proper full painting jab attack this entire game, and there's yet another forwarder confirmed for the second stock. Supahsemmie with an early big lead here in this set.
Yeah, the thing that Semi is trying to do is he's trying to aerial approach Space. He's gonna try to blend with these Nair, with these backers. He wants to get in via an aerial way, and in that way, Space has to kind of respect it or dash back. And that jab does not have the most range at that point. So you kind of need to give him control, and that jab suddenly becomes a weird option to play against from Supahsemmie. Of course, the projectiles help with staying grounded, but Space, again, not really getting the big combos, and he wants to. He's also out of upper percentage, so he has to find something raw in the kill power as well. Maybe in the berry, but Supahsemmie currently making this look like a free stock.
Right, and all of that coming together with Supahsemmie. He is playing the same at 170 as he was playing at like 50%. Very aggressive, looking for those confirms. Finally another grab for Space. A down throw is definitely not going to take the stock. I was sort of expecting the back throw, but Space knows his character probably would not have taken the stock quite yet.
Yeah, you can, and then if you don't want to stay for the next stock. Finds the backer though, gets the first stock on this set in, but Supahsemmie currently with an enormous lead here for Space to overtake as he keeps on the pressure. Great grab there on the platform, now has to recover. Semi really tricky in this situation, gets the bomb thrown back in his face. Space kind of taking back the central stage with a Nair, instantly flinging him out of there.
Oh, and another forward air confirm, all stocks taken by a forward air confirm. I think it was a boomerang or fire out twice, and then that final bomb at the ledge is gonna seal it. Supahsemmie taking it 1-0 for an early lead.
The first, I would say, especially like the when Space was on his last stock, there was kind of a stressful situation where Semi, as you said, he just plays like he usually plays, and suddenly Space has to play super carefully, because if he knows that those combos are still in there. He knows that he can still get hit by them, but he has to avoid those for free stocks, and then that kind of influences your play. Semi, meanwhile, he doesn't care. he just gets to it. He has to play. He can't just play his game. We see a switch though to the Pyra Mythra, which might shake things up. It might be a bit easier to contest the neutral, especially with how do I say it nicely? Good. It's pretty good. Mythra's neutral is pretty good. It's pretty good. And maybe that can keep Youngling at bay. Despite his good frame data, his sword is not that big.
No, and of course Inkling is already quite fast, but aside of, just great mobility, Pyra also has those disjoints, and this big sword is definitely much more disjointed than the little toothpick that Youngling carries around. You can already see a much better start to game 2 than Space had to game 1. Man, if this becomes a pattern, if this keeps up, I can see that the Mythra project you were talking about extending and just becoming his main.
Yeah, a thing that really helps here is that Mythra has the fastest dash speed in the game. Faster than Sonic's even. So kind of dashing around, jumping.
Faster than Sonic?
It is. The dash itself is faster, but the initial dash of Mythra is a lot faster. And that kind of means that you can just dash dance around, jump in with this Nair, with the before. There are so many options open up for Space at this point, and you see Supahsemmie, he is in a percentage lead, but he is struggling. Pyra now coming out, and this might be the end of Supahsemmie. Oh, no edge guard there. That big fire sword not gonna poke off the side of the stage, and a great confirm there.
He confirmed him from the corner to the blast zone on the other side of the stage, using both boomerangs and fire arrows. Supahsemmie is so consistent with those, but now the Pyra is out. He got 2 aerials. Normally that would have been enough to take the stock, but Supahsemmie just dying just right.
Yeah,
Stay alive.
And this is kind of the most difficult situation to find yourself in as Pyra Mythra. Pyra's disadvantage is pretty bad. It's really difficult to properly get back to the stage with her. It's really difficult to get something going, but once she gets in or gets hit, it is just dead. You are dead. Goodbye. But at this point, oh, that should be
There it is. There it is.
At that point, so you kind of need her for the kill at that point. But Mythra cannot take the kill at that point at 110. She needs to find a forward smash at that point.
Yep.
So it's kind of a weird limbo. You're stuck in between against a character whose advantage state is so enormously explosive.
That's right. In her disadvantage state, all she really has is just big hitboxes, no momentum shifting specials. Unlike, of course, Supahsemmie, who B-reverses all the time to get confirms just like that. And yeah, you kind of have to stay moving, you know. Keep in your own advantage state, because unless you hit a big move on the way down, all you have is your regular jump and the good old air dodge, and that's about it for Mythra, really. Ooh.
Good forward smash. That's such an enormous forward smash. It is fast, but it's also super long, and it kind of hits under the ledge. That will not be pretty applicable for Semmie's recovery, as the grappling hook is an amazing way, or the hookshot is an amazing way to get back to the stage. Now the Pyra has to find something and gets the downer into the up smash. Classic Pyra confirm, and suddenly it's looking a lot more even, despite that first stock being heavily in Semmie's favor. And now Space trying to apply the pressure here, going off with Semmie at the ledge right now, and he's just gonna go to the other side now.
Right, from ledge trapping on the right to ledge trapping on the left, switching to Pyra for a more powerful hit at the ledge, but that's gonna be a big mistake. Supahsemmie is able to fight his way out of the corner versus the not quite as good mobility.
No,
Pyra
no,
has.
it's not that good. No. Okay, Mythra now coming out, trying to regain some control. Youngling still at a percentage where you kind of need to rack some damage in. With Supahsemmie trying to more distance himself from Mythra, tries to more apply this projectile pressure instead of jumping in like he did with the Inkling. Oh, tries to C-drop the bomb into something probably a forward, but it didn't quite work out. And now Supahsemmie still in the lead, now comes the recovery and gets the up.
Yeah, okay, he spin attacks right through the Pyra, the Mythra side B. Amazing stuff. It's real weird, you see her all over the place, but her hurt box is just one straight line.
Yeah.
Move toward the ledge. That's a really important thing to keep in mind if you want to try to edge guard Mythra.
Yeah, that side B definitely is more interceptable than people expect. Especially coming from under, because most of the hitboxes are above her in the air.
Right.
And then Supahsemmie making the right decision to come in with the up B, try to close it out. Even if that didn't work, he still was in a good position to regain the stage.
Exactly. So if you play a character that has a hitbox on their up B that sends outwards, might be worthwhile for you to check out if you too can get underneath those side B recoveries for early edge guards.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of early edge guards.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, he's moving into position already. Couple of back airs, spin attack, good stuff.
The thing that actually makes me wonder why they're going to battle. This is a really good Pyra Mythra stage, especially with the top platform. Mythra upper is surprisingly strong and can be really used here on this stage, and Yoshi's as well. But this also kind of gives Youngling the opportunity to land on that top platform and kind of get stuck there. Youngling does not have the most amazing landing, does have nair, does have down air, but it's still not amazing.
I think Semmie's leaving it open because I have seen him extend multiple combos using those 2 side platforms, mostly ending in forward air or spin attack, which has gotten him some stocks.
Yeah. Now tries to side B again, does not get punished. Such a weird option to punish. Side B nair gonna come through, only at 60%, almost dying off the top.
Whoa, what a snipe!
That didn't catch it up. I think it did, but I was kind of mistaken.
Okay, now Semmie's stuck in the ledge. There's the neutral B. It's not gonna get punished. Still stuck at the ledge, sort of, to get this legible platform.
So patiently waiting for an option from Space, kind of gets it in too early, and now has to lose his first stock for that, as Semi is gladly moving on to the second stock.
Oh yeah, here come the juggles. Here come the juggles and combos. Usually the combos actually aren't too big, but he is so good at resetting them with his fire arrows, with his boomerang.
Yeah, and then once you get a reset in, it's all over again, because those small hits are going to count up and increase the damage a lot more.
Oh, there we go.
I think the Spaces by Mythra, it does look a bit better, or looked a bit better in game 2, where Semi kind of gave Pyra Mythra the range he wants and kind of the range to engage. But now Semi kind of has figured out, made the switch, at least to these two new characters. Space kind of struggling with that. Gets the foresight in, that's big for Space at that position. Does not get that much out of it, but it's still Semi at the ledge, not on stage, which is basically what you want.
Yeah, and this ledge trap is paying dividends, worked him all the way up to 46%. Now carrying to the other side for a clean 60. And here comes the Pyra. Can he get that big hit? No, he cannot, but he manages to stay in control by hitting that blazing edge. That's neutral B, not gonna do it. Ledge trap opportunity for Supahsemmie. Can he get another confirm?
Yeah, that up B or that neutral B at the ledge is so scary against Pyra Mythra, because that thing fully charged almost breaks shields instantly. So a lot of people want to kind of roll off the ledge and shield, or neutral get up and shield. Yeah. That option directly gets countered by it, and it has so little end lag that it cannot be punished by a get up attack.
And that's why you gotta get in from above. As Supahsemmie just taking the stop with a down air. If they are far away from the ledge to cover a roll, you can jump freely. That's exactly what Semi just did, but he's gonna get caught by a Pyra dash attack, evening up the game. Here come the combos. Double back air and a dash attack. 54% space. Make a little bit of a comeback. Taking stage control, but he jumps into a down air. Ooh, this is getting out of hand quickly.
I'm surprised that a lot of people complain about Pyra compared to Mythra. I have seen Space get more done with Pyra this game than with Mythra. Like Mythra, she kind of gets the hits in, but it usually resets pretty quickly. Usually Mythra is known for explosive and dominant neutral. But now Pyra kind of making Semi sweat in most situations. You see he's a lot more scared when she is coming out. And there goes! The forward air is not going to be the stock there, but Semi in a really bad position is going to get down there as Pyra takes this, the last stock, and Space gets the game on the board.
Like you said, Supahsemmie a lot more scared when Pyra comes out, and we just saw why.
Yeah.
I think that advantage they started at like 40% when he hit that blazing image, took him out with the back air, and I mean, he lived, but he has such linear recovery options. When you're that far out as Youngling. Yeah. It was an easy dunk. I think Pyra might have one of the most forgiving spikes in the game. It's so easy to hit. It's so powerful even if you don't get the spike downwards. Just a great move.
Yeah, and it kind of, you said like the back air, it didn't kill him, but it put him off stage. And the recovery at that point forced you to pull a bomb. And pulling a bomb is slow, especially when you have to use the detonation, and that's where the Pyra downer comes in. It goes for the stage even, so it is a lot more flexible than even Space uses for. We're going into the game for sticking with the Pyra Mythra, sticking with the Youngling, as we go to Pokemon Stadium for the first time this set.
Okay, here we go. Like you said, Pokemon Stadium. You're gonna be killing a little bit earlier off the top here, but most importantly, you have the widest base stage platform on the legal stage list. And that means this stage is really a go-to for whoever in the matchup can do more with all that space. And normally I'd say that would be the Mythra player, simply because, like you said, incredible dash speed.
Yeah.
And usually the character with the better dash speed or the better projectiles can do more with the space. And of course the better projectiles, clearly in the hand of Supahsemmie.
Supahsemmie with the better projectiles, and also something with a better combo game, but that a B is going to send him off the stage again. Now we get in a similar situation where Semi has to get out of the ledge, dodging that Pyra side B with his own explosion there, kind of getting out of there, and that's a big escape there, but sadly gets caught by the neutral air as Space drops off the platform, gets the first stock in, and tries to apply pressure to maybe get that second stock in as well. Supahsemmie already getting hit by a lot of aerials there, not doing that much damage, but still losing the control over the stage as he regains it with one forward there. But Mythra looking a lot stronger this game than the last one.
Okay, but now an opportunity for Supahsemmie to ledge trap. He gives up a lot of stage control there, but he flies back in with a neutral air just right that. Unfortunately, he falls out of the spin attack. That definitely would have taken the stock. Not today. No. And he gets it with no hits in between, you know. He fell out. I didn't see any mental damage. And he
No.
just instantly reset for yet another kill.
Yeah, that's kind of a struggling thing. They did try to fix those spin attacks, but if they miss at a percentage where they can kill, it's super demotivating.
Yeah.
But Semi instantly fighting another setup has to kind of avoid these uppers though, as Space is now trying to get the setup forward. They're coming through.
What
Semi.
a juggle. Normally we just see Pyra at the ledge for those big hits, but he actually extended the juggle using Pyra mid-stage. Unusual. And I think, not sure, but I think the bomb might have saved him there from losing his stock to a Pyra jab, but the blazing end is totally gonna take it. 150, no doubt, and Space almost with a full stock lead here.
Okay, now Supahsemmie for the first time so far behind in the set. Almost an entire stock down on Spacer, who's been playing phenomenally these last 2 games, is continuing this increasingly dangerous advantage shade, 74%, but Supahsemmie so far off the stage as the Pyra comes out. The real killer for Semi here is gonna be that Pyra has a lot of trouble kind of keeping her at bay, keeping her hits at bay, and punishing her when she needs it.
Oh yeah, we're already in kill percent for the more powerful Pyra moves. And he still has a full stock work off here. Supahsemmie, it looks like he's in a little bit of trouble. Honestly, if this doesn't work out, maybe just up the chaos in game 5 and go for a stage with a much more narrow base platform. Look at that!
Gets the tech and the neutral air in. Amazing job there from Supahsemmie securing that second stock from Space. But Space up so far. He only needs a soft tilt from Pyra to finish out this game. Jab is also going to kill at 1 point. All the cards are in Space's hand, but Semi also has maybe an ace up his sleeve. That is his combo game there. Bit of a late jab there from Space. Could have been the stock, but no, he's going to wait it out. And the neutral air going to beat out Youngling's up air.
Right, you have to hit those combos or you're going to get reversal. Simple as. And that means we are looking at a game 5 right here in the first winners semis of the night. And I think, you know, I'm not a player or anything, but I think after a dominant performance like that by Space, maybe take it back to a more narrow stage and up the chaos. Not gonna happen though.
No.
He picks Hollow Bastion, which is basically Smashville, but unlike Smashville, it actually has a wide base platform.
It's wider than Smashville, yeah.
Right, about as wide as FD. And Smashville, of course, have one of the most narrow base platforms in the game, so that's the difference. But I get it. He did really well in game 1 and 2 on this stage in particular. So let's see if we can get a repeat here of game 1, which is of course what Supahsemmie is going to be looking for.
That was against Inkling though, and now we have another character coming through. Supahsemmie has to take the reset though. Has to kind of reset his state, as Space is currently still running away with this. So many hits coming in for him, and again, those hits might not do that much percentage, but they are going to allow or disallow Semi to properly get back on the stage, start something of his own. And that's kind of your main objective. Disallow Semi to properly start something.
Oh. For a second there, I thought he was well on his way to an SD, but he saved his jump all that time. Good for him. But it is Space who is in control. Switching to Pyra for the ledge grab. Oh, there was a free down there, but he didn't have the guts to go for it.
Semi again, so afraid of the Pyra, so afraid to contest her, and you instantly see he is playing a lot slower. Mythra comes out and he instantly goes in again. There's something about Pyra that really scares Supahsemmie.
I think it's that big fiery sword.
Yeah. It's usually like you have to kind of, if you lose a trade against Mythra, it's not much percent, it's not the end of the road. If you lose a trade, or at least kind of misspace your move against Mythra or Pyra, she has a lot more range than Youngling and a lot more killing power than Youngling of most of the aerials. And it kind of makes it a dangerous risk-reward game for Supahsemmie there. Get up and
shield, knew he could take it, but there is the downer upper confirm. We've seen that from Pyra many a times. So effective. And Space is keeping it even here after Semi took a nice early stock at about 100 with a beautiful confirm. But it didn't get him much of a lead.
I saw Supahsemmie finally abuse something that I've been wondering about. Mythra kind of doesn't have the best frame data on shield. Most of her stuff is like -8, -9 or something. And then that LB of Semi might be an enormous help for him to get out of that nasty position with Pyra or Mythra on your shield. But now Semi kind of putting Space in a nasty situation. Foresight saving him twice though as the Pyra comes out.
Okay, Supahsemmie at the ledge again. This looks like an advantage for him, but honestly at this percent, Pyra could kill no problem if she gets the right hit. And he gets past, but still gets hit by the blazing end. Excellent coverage there by Space. Just not letting him get away. The get-up attack is gonna get Semi back into neutral. Needs a confirmer, and he does get it, but it is not quite enough to take the stock.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Pyra is a bit heavier than Mythra, gets the up tilt in, but if he got a combo on Mythra, for sure she would have been out of there. And now Supahsemmie has to quickly find that hit because we've seen what Mythra can do when she gets in a good position. What Space's Mythra can do, that's already 28%, and Semi at the ledge has to find something.
But he was ready to DI that sweet spot hit off the down tilt, so no confirm for Supahsemmie. He is looking at a Pyra at almost 200%. We are now over 200%. A grab, a forward air, anything. It's gonna be the up air.
Yeah.
And good on Semi for not taking too much damage in the meantime. But Spaceman, he hops off the Angel platform and he comes out swinging, taking him up to 54%.
Yeah, despite being at 200%, that down tilt upper still such a generous confirm there. And Supahsemmie suddenly getting a couple of hits in. It is 48%. Always going to continue that. It's now going to be Mythra off the stage. It's not looking good for Space at this point. Has been playing so well these last two games, but now Supahsemmie kind of retaking the control, reads the air dodge in. Now has to switch to Pyra to probably get something done.
Supahsemmie is slowly regaining his confidence, and there it is! He stabs him right on the platform, but not quite enough to take him out. Supahsemmie is playing with much more confidence here on his last stock versus Pyra than he had been playing versus Pyra pretty much the entire set. How come? Oh, there it is, there it is. Is it enough? Yes, it is!
Gonna be enough.
For a second there, I thought he would live.
I thought it as well, but it worked out. Supahsemmie taking the set 3-2 over Space in the first winners semifinals here, and already I feel like